Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Honorable Marvin Coop Show. And
The Raider Ragu Show. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for showing up, man. We ain't seen y'all in a minute.
yes, sir, man, back with my guy, the Mr. Raider Ragu, not East because again. So we're gonna
That's right.
continue, we're gonna continue the series of what unit has improved after the draft and free agency. And this is gonna be interesting. We are doing the NFC and AFC West. So it's only proper. We'll say the best for last, because my guy right here is a great Raider fan. So we're gonna do AFC last. We'll start with the NFC first. So my man, I got a few hot takes on the NFC West, bro.
Oh, you've been saying that, so
Um,
I want to hear this.
let's start with the Cardinals, man. I'm liking what the Cardinals did in the draft. Of course, they improved on defense. Not only one, but two, you drafted two lockdown corners who I think can start. Will Johnson and Denzel Burke from O State. The Walter Nolan from Ole Miss was a good pickup, and you re-signed Buda Baker. Marvin Harrison Jr. has been looking great in the spring camp. Kyler Murray is even looking like the old Kyler Murray again. So what I'm looking at is they improved a lot on defense. It was all defense in the draft and one offensive lineman. So
Well, they wasn't playing, huh?
they was not playing at all, brother. Like I said, the tackle in the first, Will Johnson in the second, Jordan from Oregon, good defensive end. You got him in the third. Cody Simon from O State, two back-to-back O State players, which was incredible. Two incredible players. Hayden Connor, the guard from Texas, which was a great pickup. I feel like he could start. And I'm not quite sure on this Crawford kid from Nevada. I never seen no film on him. And also, I forgot the guard that they picked up in free agency as well. So they have proved a lot on defense.
What
And
was that in free agency? What did they do?
I think they picked up one offensive tackle, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to look that up right now. Let me look that up. Speak. And I know that they signed Buda to the extension. Like I think we covered that as well. So overall, Mr. Ragu, how you feeling about the Cardinals?
They certainly improved the team. That's what they had issues with last year, was stopping people. So
Mm-hmm.
I see why they did. They went all in on defense. Whether whether it's going to be enough or these guys are going to pan out, it remains to be seen. But I ain't mad at Arizona, man. I was trying to want to look at all of their picks on the board at one time. So, oh yeah, so the Walter Nolan,
Mm-hmm.
16 overall.
Beautiful pickup.
That I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have him in the top 16. I didn't have him in the top 20.
I didn't have
But
him
that
in
don't
the
mean nothing. That don't mean that I'm right. You know
it,
what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Will, there was some concerns about his top end speed, so that's why he slipped. He didn't even go to the combine or nothing,
No, he
and
didn't.
he had that like kind of like a solo pro day by himself
Yeah.
that they put on for him at Ann Arbor, and he went from number 6 projected. Remember when the draft
Yes.
first was picking up steam? This dude was first round all day,
Top
so that's
10
probably
too.
a good pick. That's probably a steal at
A good steal.
47.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna see though. And then Birch,
Old State corners is suspect. I ain't gonna lie to
No, not even that. Just the Oregon D linemen, bro. I don't know.
you.
That's what always be like, but um
It's
you get a couple players off of the championship squad. That's always good, right? That always happens to the
exactly,
motherfuckers who won. They get, man, probably half dozen guys
man.
get drafted, maybe more, huh?
I think more so.
More.
It was
When you win
the
the national
national
championship, you gonna get you gonna get 6 to 8 guys drafted. I feel like,
and
and then some undrafted free agents that's gonna end up making the team.
yeah, I think I heard a few Old State players made went undrafted, and the other team as well, Notre Dame. Look how many players went in their draft too. So them two teams that's in the national championship, like you just said, gonna get drafted
Yeah,
for sure.
they're gonna have multiple players drafted.
Most definitely. All the
Then they got the big fella, Hayden Connor, interior O line from Texas.
that was a good pickup too.
I think that's a good pick, especially at number 211.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he might he may end up starting. Might maybe not this year, but soon. When you
Well,
draft guys like that in the 6th round, you don't need them to start. You about to develop that guy
exactly.
for low money. So overall, yeah, man, yeah, I feel you. Very defensive. They was like, screw this.
They was like, yeah, we gotta improve. We can't be the laughing stock no more. And I got a feeling that Buddha probably had a lot to do with that too. I need some help, man. If y'all gonna sign me, I need some help on this defense, man, for real.
Yeah, I think Buddha was sitting in the draft room with him,
I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't be mad at him.
okay, get me some up front, some beef. All right, pause. Give me a corner that can cover, right? A lockdown guy.
Exactly.
Then give me some
Man.
more depth,
And not
and
only
then give me
that,
2 more. Give me a corner and another backer, man, that can get after.
you got a corner that can cover, and you got a good corner that can tackle. Like you said, we concerned about Will Johnson's speed, but he is a hell of a tackling cornerback, man.
They probably I don't know this to be fact, but that 6'2" 229, that Jared Verse, that's the Jared Verse prototype, Cody Simon, and I understand he's a good blitzer, so they might be thinking of bringing him off the blade.
Oh man. I can see us doing a episode once again, like we do. You know how we do with the rookies.
Yeah,
Don't be surprised if his name is up in there somewhere.
I know, huh?
I was like, man, I'm looking at some of these rookies right here. I'm like, man, don't be surprised if me and you are talking about a few of these rookies. And once again with Hayden, that's that 10-year guy we were always talking about.
And you know what, bro? I just saw Coach Glenn
Mm-hmm.
for the Jets. I saw a quote of his that said, "You can't be afraid to play young players."
Oh boy.
Right? He like, I'm not scared. So
Damn, that just set the statement right there.
I like that about the NFL.
I like that too, bro. But it's something that you always said to me too. Them first 100-something players is gonna play.
They should. Look how many schools it is, bro.
Exactly.
Right? You cannot tell me that every year it ain't 100 dudes that can go to the league.
Exactly, brother.
You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
Hmm.
It just please, man.
Right. And yeah, I'll bring him up once we get to the Niners. Matter of fact, let's go to the Niners, man. They did pretty much the same thing. They was focused. It looked like they was just focusing on the defense for real. And they
Yeah,
got a few good players on here that I'm liking.
because the Niners are getting to the point where they starting to lose guys now.
Yes, from injury and free agency.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
especially like,
the,
go ahead, my fault.
the defense has really been the. I mean, they have McCaffrey in them. I ain't gonna front on them, but I'm saying the defense has really been what's the deal there, right?
Yeah, the defense has been holding them together.
And yeah, they start, like you said, free agency and uh, injuries
Injuries. Mm-hmm.
and a little bit of, guys getting a little older.
Yes.
Uh, but yeah, they starting to get lose guys on defense. So they kind of tried to reload. You know what, Coop? I'm gonna have to switch to my tablet, bro. The
Oh yeah,
fucking
go ahead. Good. Good.
phone. I think it's gonna die.
Oh, you good, brother? You good, brother?
But yeah, go ahead. While I'm doing it, we can go ahead.
Oh, okay. You good? Yeah, because I know they just prayed Fred. They just gave Fred the bag, which was good. You kind of needed to do that anyway, because he's been solid ever since he came out the
Yeah,
pause. Yeah,
definitely. How you gonna not pay him? Yeah,
exactly. He's a great leader for that defense, man. So, and he's the core for the defense. And everybody keeps saying Bosa this, Bosa that. I'll say, no, man. Fred Warner is the heart and soul of the 49ers defense.
because Bosa, he the shit, but he be getting hurt though.
But exactly my point. Exactly my point, man. He always hurt. Like I said, he kind of like Watt for real. Count on him to
Yeah,
miss like 4 or 5 games a year. But when don't get
and
me wrong, yeah, go ahead.
Lil bro be getting hurt more than that.
Who? Which?
He hurt now.
Who? Which one?
Other Bosa.
Oh, big bro, Joey.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, Nick is the big bro. So Nick hurt
Nick
too.
is Joey is the little bro, right? San
Yeah,
Diego is the.
yeah.
I mean,
Joey
Chargers is.
Chargers big bro.
Oh,
Joey
okay,
big bro. Yeah, Joey on the
okay.
Bills now. He hurt too. God dang.
Just saw
Both these
uh
bosses they hurt.
what's their
Oh,
coach name? McDermott.
McDermott.
Just saw him say he um they shut him down till training camp, or he ain't gonna be ready till camp. Something to that effect, bro. He's hurt. He's hurt as we speak.
So you got rid of Von Miller to get pretty much an injury prone replacement. Okay. That makes sense.
So
That
that's
makes sense,
just a roster
Buffalo.
spot that they got over there that they just hold for guys to rush the passer, bro. Because
Pretty much.
uh,
Pretty much. But
yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
come in over here. I'm gonna go out over here, coach.
exactly. Oh, you good. You good, bro. You straight.
You see.
Can't believe Joey hurt again. And I have such high hopes for him, man. I always do. I always do, bro. I got you. I got you. There you go. All right. The king is back.
Yeah, man. Brief,
Mm.
brief interruption.
You good. You good. All good, brother. So definitely, and I think that's probably why they got Michael Williams, man. Because they probably looking like Bosa is just too injury prone, and they
I
looking for
mean,
the
yeah.
future
If we being honest, that
uh,
motherfucker always get hurt.
all the
Well,
time.
not so much as bro though. Bro stay hurt.
Yeah,
Bro, I bet you if we looked it up right now, and I get them mixed up. I forget when they came to the league or whatever. But the
yeah.
Chargers,
Joey has not played a full season since he's been in the league. I ain't gonna lie to you.
that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to
Joey
say.
has not played a full healthy league, and I'm gonna honestly say Nick probably only played 2 since he been because he getting hurt too. Like his first 2 years, his rookie year, he did not get hurt at all. Then, like the third year, he got hurt. Like I said, he only played like 2 full healthy seasons too. It's just something about them that just always hurt all the time.
For real, man. I mean, I ain't trying to hate on them, but this is the
Mm-mm.
truth.
It is the actual truth, bro. So yeah, they probably thinking like, yeah, we gotta think ahead here, people. And Williams is a good draft choice, and they got that good tackle from Texas. The 49ers defense is gonna be straight. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And you just gave my man, Mr. Irrelevant, the bag. So they got their franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
They
we had a lot of discussion about that over the last couple seasons.
yeah. But here's the
And
thing: it needed to be done because what do
what was you
you
gonna do?
have? What do you
What was you gonna
have?
do? What
Yeah,
was you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
and you got them three. You got them good receivers. I see you got what's the guy here right here from Ole Miss, Jordan Watkins, who was an underrated pick in my opinion. So I think he's gonna see the field. And then what's this other guy right here? The only reason why I know this junior guy here, because didn't y'all get a quarterback from Montana too?
Yeah, we
I was
did.
trying to look at some film on him, and then I seen him throwing to Junior a few times. So that's how I know this Junior guy from Montana as well. I think
Huh.
the Niners is gonna be the Niners as well as usual. But I like what they did on defense. You're gonna wait for Ricky. Ricky's gonna be an up and proven like we talked about last year when he was a rookie. The only reason why he was not productive because he missed the first like what 9 games. But when he did see the field, he was
I'm
he
I'm
was a good
starting to
playmaker.
think that like this dude Kyle Shanahan, he think he like a QB whisperer or something, bro. That's why he won't. That's why they don't draft like the big time Q and just get it over
Mm-mm.
with. They
Exactly.
he feel like he could just get a guy like Purdy
Yeah.
and develop him. I think he got lucky with Purdy. Purdy is just a good player, and them Iowa State players be ready to play in the league,
All the
bro, when they get
time.
there.
All the time. You cannot sit here and tell me that no Iowa State player
They
in
usually be ready to ball, bro.
exactly because you know why? That is a school that always stays ready. And I know that they not big time like that, but I'm trying to tell you, man, I agree with what you just said. Iowa State players is just something different. And I
And
agree.
then another interesting pick, Coop, is the Curtis Rourke, the QB from Indiana.
And I'm surprised he was that pick as well. I was like, he gonna develop him too. If Shanahan is to really like get a good long extension pause in 49ers, he's gonna develop him like he's doing with Purdy.
so they gonna try to not pay Purdy at the end of the contract with put this kid in there. That's what I'm saying. He won't. Not only do he want to be a good coach and his
Hmm.
team be good, he wants to be the guy that got the QB that wasn't nobody tripping off of and won. He's got to have all that narrative. I feel like he's chasing that, but man, you better just win, bro. It might already be over. It might already be over.
You think so?
It could be. They went what six? What they won last year? 9 games?
9 games,
Nah, 7 games.
7 games. But can we admit, I know it's the 49ers record, but
They was busted up.
yeah, I was about to say the injury bug got them bad, real bad.
They was busted up pretty good. I ain't gonna, hate on them like that.
No, yeah, it's cool. But no, we just speaking facts of what we seen. And on top of that, it's the 49ers. I'm not trying to see them getting those 6 Super Bowls. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love your fame, but I ain't trying to see them getting those 6 Super Bowls.
Not yet, anyway. Let some other shit happen first, and then
Yeah,
maybe later on, some
let
years
let
down the line.
you know me, I'm always about seeing new blood get it. Like, come on, let's see somebody else up in there, man.
Speaking of fame, we could have had him on if he was up. I didn't even trip, but now I see what he's saying. They got these corners, bro. This dude is like my size right now. Like I ain't got to work out or nothing,
Exactly.
and not this dude up and stout.
I was just about to get to him too from Western Kentucky, man. What's going
Fame was
on?
mad about the size of these guys. He was like, "What we gonna do with all these little dudes?" So now I see what he's saying.
Yeah,
Even the safety only 5'11", the one that they
that's what I
got.
was just about to. Yeah, the Kansas State dude is he not that tall either. I don't know what's going on. And Jordan James ain't that tall either. The running back got these little short motherfuckers. Like, what's going on?
That's exactly what Fame was on, bro. That's exactly what Fame said. He was if you called us on I think it's one of my shows, he was like, "What are we gonna do with these runs? With these runs?" That it was funny, man. But I hadn't really looked at the size on the cats they had drafted, but now
Right.
and we covered the draft cool
Yeah. Yes, we did.
extensively, and I ain't gonna lie, bro.
We kind of had concerns with
This
some of
ain't one
these
of the
little.
corners. This ain't one of the corners we had talked about.
No,
Let's
keep it real.
who is this guy? Upton Stout from Western Kentucky. And I hope he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, Upton. I ain't being like that. But bro, it was a lot of corners, right? It was
a lot.
at pick
Third
100.
round, 100.
They passed up on a couple guys, right?
They
Let
did.
me look, man. I'm finna tell you who they could have had. And see, this is what I'm talking about with San Francisco. They think they the smartest people in the room type shit.
Man,
they got that syndrome of just not only wanting to win, but they want to show that they smarter than everybody type shit.
Exactly. I agree with you on that. And here's the funny part with this. Where you say he went third, 100, pick 100.
Hey, you know what? It was a run on corners, though. Okay, I gotta kind of take that back. Cool. The
I'm
big
looking
boys
at the
was
corners.
gone.
Yeah, I'm looking at these corners right now. Yeah. Okay. I think I can erase what we just said.
That's another thing. Fang was saying. Shout out to Fang. He was all over it that day.
Shout out to
That
Coach.
the corners gotta get drafted, bro. With all these
They do.
3, 4, 5 wide receiver sets.
Yeah, man. Listen.
You feel me?
Because can't no linebacker cover, no slot receiver, none of that stuff like that. So,
You can try, but
good luck with that.
A good quarterback is gonna eat that up.
I ain't man. Listen, Patty has proved that. Patty has proved that. And even let's go to the other dude. Let's go to these guys. The guys who seem to have not missed the past 3 years on draft picks, late draft picks at that point, the Rams.
The Rams.
So let's just keep it real. What did they really need on offense? Nothing. I mean, I understand the tight ends getting old, so they got the guy in the second round, Ferguson from Oregon, who's a good playmaker. I love that pick. Now, here's the steal for me. You just got Jared versus some good help with Josiah Stewart and Ty Hamilton from O State here. Once again, you just said it. I think each team has took a O State.
I believe you're right about that.
I'm thinking at least each team. I'm not quite sure if all the teams got at least one good O State player, but I'm like, here's another one. Here's another O State guy who's definitely gonna make an impact on that defensive line. And shout out to JC. I talked to him. He is concerned about the corner positions, and I gave him a few names to look out for because, like I said, I'm a good Rams guy too. Pause. I love the Rams in St. Louis, and then it's only like a good few teams that I'm gonna follow.
Yeah,
I gotta follow. The teams. If that makes any sense. I gotta keep up with the Raiders, of course. Got to keep up with the Rams. Just to talk with y'all to keep up with you guys. This is like I said, I'm a football guy.
yeah.
So I love what the Rams have done. And they really kind of didn't need anything. They kind of set on offense. But like he said, he was concerned about the corners. I was like, nah, y'all got some good corners. And there's a possible reunion with Jalen Ramsey as well. So
that's 6'1", 249. That you know what I'm saying? What's it? Jared is what 6'3",
6'3",
240,
6'3", 240, bro.
So
but here's the thing with Jared.
They got another one.
Hey, what Callis say? Another one. I ain't gonna lie, Raku. Two of them, if you ask me.
They got two youngsters.
Josiah and Ty is gonna play.
Ty Hamilton.
I think Ty gonna see that field, man. He's a good defensive lineman. Not quite sure on Chris Paul Jr. I meant to get with Jay Will and ask him about him, that linebacker.
What I'll say this about Chris Paul Jr. I scouted him.
You did?
He was a highly ranked enough player for me to
Wow.
be looking at linebacker, and look where they got him at. See, they do this, bro. They find the misses
That
from the whole league. Like, okay, this dude was better than 172, bro. He could have went
mm-hmm.
50 spots earlier than this. I'm telling you. So, we can holler at Jay Will, but
Yeah.
I know this dude
So,
was nice, man. He was a guy.
man.
So
So once again,
they
and
just stole one again, bro.
this is another organization who don't go after big names. They just gonna go after the people in their system. That's
And they only had like 6 picks.
exactly. And they made it work. They making it work. That's the crazy part, impressive part about the Rams, man. I'm loving it. I love stuff like this, man. I love stuff like this, man. And I'm the Seahawks is going to be another interesting team as well.
They are.
I have a weird feeling we could see Miro get some playing time.
Oh, yeah.
I got a weird feeling we could see Miro get some playing time, brother.
That's because you don't believe in Sam, huh?
I believe in Sam. I just don't feel like they fixed that offensive line to protect him.
You think his big head ass gonna get
I
hurt?
think he can get hurt. But like I told you before, no, I was on your side with Sam last year because I feel like Sam was a top 5 QB in my opinion because he put up hell of a good numbers.
He got a little decent bag.
He did. Like you said, shout out to Ragu for saying that. He said that on pretty much all the All Grind episodes. Sam go get some money. Sam is go
Oh,
get some money. He damn showed up. He got the bag. And I think they got the good franchise QB. I think they got him. Oh, you good? Yeah, take your time. Take your time. I'm like, yeah, Sam got it. Sam gonna get that bag. Sam got it. And oh, they did get a few offensive linemen. Okay, okay. They got a few of them.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you good, you good. And I did not see that they got 2 linemen in the draft. The Mason Richmond from Iowa, which went really low, and they stole him in the 7th round. It's not bad. See, Mason is one of them,
Hawks,
huh? Yeah,
Seahawks.
Seahawks, yep. See, Mason is one of them underrated linemen. And shout out to you once again for and I feel like Gray Zabel is only up there because you did that episode. And I don't think nobody was really checking for Gray Zabel like we was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think he was on that radar until like you put it out there in the universe.
Well, he had they said he killed it at the Senior Bowl,
He did.
like at practice, and in the game he ended up doing his thing. But he did move up a lot, bro. He
And
wasn't in the first round.
he
He was
was
not.
not in no 1st round, bro.
You
That's
right
all
about that.
because even when I saw him get drafted, I was like, oh shit, shout out to Ragu. Because I'm like, nobody was checking for Zabel, and it just made me think they follow from burners. Somebody saw that shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
They like, oh shit, Ragu did a video on him
Ragu
now. Ain't
did a
no
video.
telling who gonna get him. Let's grab him. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm like, man, don't nobody take a favor like that, bro. But
They like
he got up there. I'll shout out to him, man. I seen the film on him. He did incredible. I think he bench pressed 400 pounds. Strong
Wow,
kid too. He's
wow.
strong. He's a strong kid, man. He is
But
gonna be one of these
props
10.
to you too, my brother, because uh Eamon Wari was one of your guys
Eamon Rory.
that you had highly ranked, and I guess so did Seattle. They did too.
They
Shit.
had him. They had him up there too, and he killed it at the combine too. And shout out to my baby girl, Damian Martinez as well. She put me
Yeah,
on to him.
yeah. She sure did. That was her guy.
That was. She
She
wanted him to
she
go
was
to
determined to
y'all.
get him drafted.
She
Yeah.
wanted her. Yeah, she wanted. She's a Raiders fan, as y'all know, of course. But yeah, Martinez. He wasn't on my radar at all. He wasn't on my radar, so he got drafted. Shout out to him. Torrey Horton too from Colorado State. The reason why him, he's a hothead. He has a little attitude problem, but hopefully he can get in line that he's in the NFL now. So shout out to him for getting
I
drafted.
mean, he's gonna get a chance too because fifth round pick, 166 overall. Hey,
He gonna
but
see that field. He gonna be at least receiver 3, most definitely. I think he can be. I'm not gonna lie to you, Ragu.
well, what are they doing over there now? Because they don't have Lockett
They
or
have JSN
CJ.
and Cooper Cup went over there,
Oh,
but he's an injury prone guy. So I feel like this Torrey Horton can see the field.
you want me to tell you another sneaky pick here, bro? This,
Ricky Ricky White,
yep, yep.
the return specialist,
238
the return
UNLV.
specialist.
I didn't see
Man,
this. I'm glad
man,
we went over this. So he ended up with Seattle. Okay.
another steal. I'm telling you.
Still, bro. Maybe even a guy we end up talking about.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna.
About.
You know what? I feel like he's gonna. I see a few guys right here that we're gonna have a 2 or 3 hour episode on. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna be a hot take, Ragu, on 70% of these rookies.
Wow.
I am not gonna lie to you, man. I see at least 70 to 75% of these rookies that's gonna play and see the field.
This kid's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. He's gonna
Yes,
be one of them type of kids that you guys didn't think anything of me. And I'm gonna show you that you tricked.
and
Um,
he's. I think one kid did an interview when he got drafted. I forgot where he played, but he also said that just because we're at these no-name schools that don't get televised TV time, y'all overlook us. I think Ricky White could be one of these kids too that or UNLV that's gonna show you what he can really do.
well, it's the life of the area scout. Okay.
Shout
And
out to
that
these
is
scouts, man.
that's how you get the guys that don't come on TV,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's the
Exactly.
dude that lives out his car almost,
Pretty much.
driving from, he got the rental, he got
Mm.
the airplane, they give him the flight tickets and shit too, but a lot of
Right.
these places be rural as hell, bro. You got to drive there.
Tell you.
You land in like the big town or whatever that's 100 miles away or whatever, and you
Right.
gotta drive to some of these spots, bro. And
It's crazy.
I'm saying we know Las Vegas is right there, but
Right.
I'm just saying, bro. The shout out to the area scouts for the Seattle Seahawks. Look, bro, they got a 223, a 224, 238. They've had
Man.
3 7th-round picks. And they end up getting Damian Martinez and this guy Ricky White, bro.
Which
I, you know, I think both of them are gonna play
I think they do too. I'm trying to tell you. We're
seventh
gonna be
rounders,
we
bro.
are gonna be talking about these kids. I'm trying to tell you. 75%. Y'all heard it here first. Me and my man Raider Ragu is gonna be
Let me
great.
say, let me say, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
Gray Zabel was my guy. Nick Eamon Lurie was your guy.
Yeah.
They end up getting Jalen Milroe. They come back and get that kid Torrey Horton, and then they do that 3-headed monster in the 7th round.
Can we say that
These
Seattle hit like
they quietly smacked this draft, bro.
I can't
I
lie, they
mean,
did.
the players got to pan out or whatever, but I love the sneaky kind of way they snuck these cats in here, bro.
Exactly, brother. Could we say that Seattle is one of these teams that could possibly play all their rookies?
All of them might could see a little bit of time, and just some gonna play a lot. Gray might start. Nick might start. Uh, Everybody else is gonna see significant time.
At least on special teams or something. I feel like they're either special teams, and like I said before,
Even his tight end.
the tight end definitely can see that. Who is their tight end now? Fant
It's
is
it's
always hurt. So I think
it's
the tight
it's
end can
fair.
start. I think
And then
that
they
tight
got
end gonna
another
play.
tight end who is, from me, just scouting Geno right now.
Yeah.
The other tight end,
Oh,
he's not as
oh.
high rated tight end. I'm
The
not even gonna talk about the man.
I think
But I
this
saw a ball go right through his hands. Like he didn't even touch the ball. It was like a 5 yard turnaround. Gino had the ball on him so fast, the ball went straight through his dude's hands, man.
wow.
So I'm like, oh yeah, they need a little more talent at the tight end. And look what they ended up getting the tight end.
And I can honestly sit here and say, if the Horton kid has the great right attitude, he could possibly be number two. Because honestly, let's be real. Do we trust Cooper Kupp to really play a full season?
No, why would we?
I trust JSN. I trust him. But
Yeah.
Horton could possibly be number two somewhere.
JSN finna have increased workload.
Man, I'm trying to
Can he
tell you.
handle that?
No, I honestly don't think he can. He's still young.
See, that's where they need to bring in perhaps a Amari Cooper or a
Keenan Allen or somebody. I
Keenan
was
Allen.
just
Yep.
thinking that too. They need a
Okay.
veteran. They need another veteran over there.
They
But
kind of naked. Yeah, they kind of naked right now, bro. Because
I
if
would.
JSN get hurt, they're done.
Ooh, it's over with. So I agree with you on Amari Cooper, not Keenan Allen, because they'll pretty much be putting themselves in the same position as Cooper Cup. We don't trust Keenan Allen to play, and he's getting older too. So I
Keenan's not
agree
gonna
with
play
you.
the whole year either.
He's not going to play the whole year. So overall, NFC West, like I said, shout out to you. You did your thing.
It's gonna be a
Uh,
good season for them.
I'm gonna wait to the end of the show to get that, bro. I feel like I said, I
But
got a good take on both the Wests right now.
I'm gonna say this right now:
Mm-hmm.
Niners, you you were the class of the league. The Rams snuck in there in 21 and took you guys out or whatever. But
Right.
for the most part, since COVID, you guys have been running shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you 2 years ago on All Grind that if you kept playing,
Yeah.
that window was gonna close, is what I said. And hey man, I think the Rams, I ain't gonna hold you.
The Rams
They
got this
ready, man.
division. They got
They
this
ready.
division. Well, I believe it.
They
I
ready,
think
bro.
the Rams is
They not scared
probably.
of Philly,
Oh no,
right?
no.
Even though Philly came out here.
They did, but here's the thing too, man. We all know what happened the first time regular season. Saquon 200, boom, got you.
255, right?
255.
With the famous from JC's girl, is that a lie?
I'm sorry, that's funny. That's gonna forever be funny. So that's fucked up. That was a salt in the wound right there. But here's the thing. Can we honestly say that the playoff game could have been different if it wasn't snow?
Oh, if that game was out here,
If that game was there and the rhythm that the Rams was in, I don't think that Philly would have got that. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Like I said, it may be a little biased because I do have the Rams in my heart. But if that was not in Philly at that time, earlier this year in January, we would be talking a whole different story, man. I'm
I ain't
just
gonna lie, bro. I like when the quote unquote warm weather teams go to the back east in the
Yeah.
playoffs and win. It's like an extra. They should almost get
Yes.
an extra fucking star or something for that shit.
Exactly, bro. But here's the thing
But I
now.
do agree in better weather, man, you never know how that. So even with the weather how it was, cool. And I said this about. I feel like I've said this a half dozen times since it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at work
Right.
on break watching it in the back room, and they got that ball back, bro, with about 2 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
That it might have been under a minute, under 2 minutes. Um, but the Eagles were not. The body language of the Eagles was not of no, we about to do this.
Mm-mm.
It was a oh my god, like man, we got to get these. We got to stop these dudes.
Yeah.
And
I'm, I'm
Stafford hit a couple guys, and I think they got a penalty or something, man, and maybe a sack, and that kind of killed it off. But how the way Philly ended up doing Kansas City, and the way Philly did everybody else, for the
right.
Rams to be right there with them, man. I know they coming into camp this year
Ready.
ready, bro. Yeah,
They
yeah,
ready. But here's,
ready.
like I said too, you didn't have a receiver ready to play in the cold, and look where they got. Look who they got now. Somebody who started in the cold. They ready for anybody. I'm trying to tell you that dark horse days is done. The Rams is going to be competitive, and they like you said, they ready to punch people in the mouth.
And we waiting to say who gonna do what in the division, or we
No, Rams got this division,
the
bro. I'm
Rams are
sorry.
going the Rams are going to win the NFC West.
Yes, most
I
definitely,
think.
without a question, bro. Without a question. So
And with Purdy getting paid, I know the Niners. I know that hurts your feelings, but
listen here. I mean, I think the Niners can be competitive. Don't get me wrong, but as far as we know, this is not a paper game, but we've also seen what these players can do. We know what Stafford can do. We know what Puka can do. Kyron has proven to be a top 10 running back in this league already. And then you went out and got a top 3 receiver. If let's just say if they do stay healthy, man. And on top of that, Ragu, you have one of the best coaches, if not the top 3 coach in the league right now.
got guys all over the league from his
Exactly, brother.
just he's been getting down for a minute now, about a decade now, but he's got what, three other guys that coach with him, head coaches now.
If you want to get technical, let's just say one, and that's Andy Reid.
No, I'm saying that coach with him, that
Oh,
coach
that
with him
coach is with him.
three or whatever.
Oh, then damn. And that's another thing. I didn't think about that. I
Yeah,
didn't think
so
about that.
this guy's
See, here's the thing. I thought that Raheem was the last of the people that he brought with him. Because, like I said, Raheem went to the Atlanta. I thought that
yeah,
he was the last. So I didn't know that these other guys were still with him. I did not know that.
yeah. And he,
That's
O'Connell
wow.
was his guy, the Minnesota guy, coached
Right.
with him.
O'Connell left. Who else was
And
there?
LaFleur, right? No, that LaFleur was with him too, right? Yeah.
LaFleur, and that's what I said, LaFleur, O'Connell, and Raheem. That's all I was like, oh, that's people gone. But I didn't know that the other ones that he got now is still with him. I did not know that. So he
Shit, they
good. The
if they win
chemistry is
again and
there.
they gonna get all of them gonna get jobs again
They gonna get the
anyway.
bag somewhere. Oh, most definitely. And what was I
The
about to say?
guy that got fired with the Chargers, he was from him too. He didn't work out though.
Because he's not head coach material.
And some guys aren't, and that's fine.
He's not head coach material. And I think what's his name? The one that we kept saying he didn't even deserve to be on the flight back with him. He is a defensive or play caller. He's not a head coach, y'all. So that's
Yeah,
why he didn't work with the Chargers. And I get that. And like I said, it's just
stay.
Staley. Yeah, Staley. Staley is just not a good head coach material, in my opinion. But
And
yeah,
then McVay has Coach Shula's grandson coaching defense right now.
wow.
So if the Rams do well,
He's
You
gonna get a
know that
coaching
name
job.
is gonna be a name, bro. They gonna
Shula is gonna be. I'm trying to tell you. And then on top of that, you have a star defensive player in his prime who's gonna be entering his prime real soon, and you just handed him the keys to the captainship in Jared Verse. So, yeah, I'm gonna say Rams is gonna definitely get that division. But let's take it to the AFC West.
why don't we?
Like I said, we'll say the best for last.
Well, we
Um,
know who that is.
oh no. We yeah, exactly. Oh, I was about to say, yeah, I thought we ain't gonna say the Chiefs, hell no. So let's start with the donkeys. I know we both despise the donkeys, but we're gonna keep it professional. I love the Baron pick. I love the RJ Harvey pick. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. These next two picks hit on, dead on. Actually, the next three picks was dead on. The Pat Bryant pick was great. You got him a good receiver. Savion Jones, who I've scouted, who I wanted the Steelers to get from LSU. And then Q Robinson from Bama. Yeah, you got some good defensive hitters over there now.
6'4", 243.
You got some heavy hitters over there. They beefed
I,
up that defense, man.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I hated the picks because of who was
Who,
picking them.
who went to him? Exactly. Exactly. I cannot lie to you, bro. I do not like it either. But they said, we gonna make a
Today,
defense.
I'm when they picked them, bro.
Mm,
I was like, really,
exactly. That's like
right? The other dude won DPOY, and now you got a running mate for him. And this guy, I feel like, is a more willing tackler than Mr.
yeah.
Sartain.
Oh yeah, most
I really
definitely.
do. I really do. So
Jihadi is aggressive though, and that's what I like about him.
I just thought about having to play these guys twice and try to pass against these guys. Um, yeah, man. that was a great pick, bro. And I'm not mad at him getting him right there at 20. I would have did the same thing.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. I
No,
mean,
don't even play around with it. If this is the guy, pause. If this is your guy, get him. Don't try to trade back and see if you could
and
wait it out because somebody might have
right.
grabbed him and he's going to be a good player in the league. And
Oh
then
man.
Jay Harvey was one of the fastest running backs at the combine.
And you needed a running back because Williams, I don't care if he every year he's like, I'm ready. But all of a sudden, boom, week 4, you're hurt. This is why they got RJ Harvey.
Now, what I'm glad didn't happen was what I thought could happen. And hold on a second.
Omarion Hampton going
Yeah.
there. Oh man, listen, I think was we on TikTok live when that happened? I was like, please don't pick Hampton. Please don't pick Hampton. I was like, because remember, the Denver was before us.
So they could have got him, huh?
They could have got him. They could have got him. That's why I was like, because Denver was before us. They was number 20. We was 21. I'm like, please don't get Mario, bro.
But so that's what happened. Okay, we're gonna wrap Denver up. I ain't even gonna mention Omar. We're gonna go back to Omarion because we're about to come to Omarion right now, actually.
Got you.
So
I got you.
yeah. I was like, we don't want to see him in orange,
No, not at all.
you know. So Denver did a good job, bro. Denver
Oh
did
yeah,
a good
most definitely.
job
Most definitely.
front. And I guess we're gonna do LA next.
Yeah, let's go to the hardball effect.
All right, so these motherfuckers end up getting hammered.
Yeah. Oh my
So I'm
goodness,
sitting
bro.
there like Denver, don't get him. And then
Mm,
2 picks later, yeah.
got him. And then I think a receiver we both scouted. I know he's too short. Once again, these were some short receivers. I get that. They got a good playmaker in Trey Harris, though.
Yeah, we was talking about Trey,
They got a
right?
good, and I like Keandre Smith from Auburn. He's one of them sleepers.
Let
No,
me let
yeah.
me pause. Let me pause for the calls and say something.
Hmm.
Shout out to young Lane Kiffin, man.
Oh, yeah.
Um, the QB
Yeah,
got snatched up, the receivers, a lot of guys on his team, man. And
bruh.
Ole Miss wasn't like that, bro. Before Kiff
Mm,
got there, let's keep it
let's
1,000.
keep it 100 exactly,
They would send a guy or two. I ain't saying they was trash, but
man.
shout out to Lane, man. Uh, so yeah, now back to regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, no. Shout out to him, man. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
Marion and Trey, 1-2
starters,
pros. Yeah,
starters.
when I see these guys, when you see them standing next to the other dudes, these are big guys at their position.
Yes, they are most
And
definitely.
the damn running back ran a 4.4, bro. I saw it with my own eyes. 6'2", 220, ran a 4.4. I saw it.
Mm,
This is what we got to deal with, Coach. This is the shit we got to
twice,
deal with.
twice, twice. So and then my man R.J. Bickens, who Derwin James has praised.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like these players, when they get there, like look at Derwin praising RJ. Uh,
Yeah.
what's his name? Khalil was saying that he loves this Kyle Kennard kid on the other side of him to replace Bosa.
6'4", 254.
And these are veterans saying this. So you mean to tell me that RJ and Kyle, who are 4th and 6th round picks, could be starting alongside these guys who's praising them? I liked it. I like what the Chargers is doing, and it's like I said, it's the hardball effect. Like I said, I can't stand it, but I'm gonna be
Oh,
professional as well.
wait a minute. This, bro.
Exactly.
So
That's exactly
we
what I said.
scouted Mickens, right? I think I remember us talking about.
The Clemson safety. Yes, we did.
Yeah, he was
Yes,
on
we
our
did.
radar,
He
right?
was on our radar.
Top
Mm.
20. But hold on, bro. This is something I don't even think I shared with you because remember I did the Kyle McCord video.
Mm-hmm.
So
You did.
in doing that, I saw this kid right here.
Shout
They
out to
got
nephew. Yep, nephew. Yep.
165.
The tight end nephew.
Hey,
Yep, we
he's
got it.
legit, bro. They got a good. That dude is a sleeper.
He
That's a
is,
sleeper. He's gonna be a good player in the league. If he's not, I would be surprised.
and he could block.
He can definitely run and catch, man, for certain.
He kind of like I don't know if you remember Algie Crumble from Atlanta.
Yeah,
That's what he
yeah,
reminds me of, man. I'm trying to tell you. It's just like he has that good playmaking ability, and for you to get him in the 5th round,
bro. To me, he's a little currently in the league comp, and I ain't trying to put too much on it, bro, but I see Isaiah Likely right here.
another good comparison. Another good comparison. I like that. I like that right
But for
on.
the Chargers
But yeah, just for the Chargers. Once
and
again,
Herbert, they gave him a man. Harbaugh, he's a good coach, man. He
yeah.
just got this kid two nice targets to go along with the McConkey,
Mhm.
who actually looks like he's gonna pan out.
Yes.
They got better, man. They got better too.
And
Then they went to the
like I said before, with Amari on there, Najee not gonna see that field. He will, but he's not gonna start. I'm sorry. Bro. I was like, ooh, Marion Hampton. Because here's the thing: he's a football guy who's gonna work his ass off. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you.
It's pretty fair to say that he's a faster Najee, right? They
Pretty
both
much
big running backs, but this dude got
athletic as well,
yeah.
and who's
This
not scared to get. He's not afraid of like no tackles, no linebackers, no nothing.
Najee was that just in case we don't get Omarion. and just in case he's not ready to go.
Oh no, here's the thing, right? Well, I'm
You
not
know what I
saying
mean?
I
Najee's
know
that
Najee's gonna
insurance guy.
play. He's gonna play, but Najee's gonna be number two. That's all I'm saying. He
He
gonna
was
see
an
the field.
insurance pickup. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's not gonna be that starter like he was.
They were going to draft a running back.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt,
Period.
because
So
he's
they
a
got,
running.
yeah,
Yeah,
what they did was
hmm
got some insurance for Najee. That's why it was only a 1 year deal like that.
yeah, exactly. So, like we said on the other episode, if Omari F around Pro Bowl, this and that, I was like, all right, let's say goodbye to Najee here, and we just gonna continue to go with Hampton, man. I'm trying to tell you. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on these guys because I know who's there, Mahomes and Andy Reid.
Man,
But you got them some help with the offensive line. But here's the thing that worries me with Josh: the injury. I know people heal. Don't get me wrong, Ragu, but I feel like it's just gonna be a concerning thing with Josh. I think what did he have, that knee problem? Or foot? Was it his foot or his knee? No, Abdul Carter's. That was Abdul
who?
Carter's foot. Josh Simmons, the tackle that the Chiefs got.
Simmons. Oh yeah, you you stuck. Coop. Your picture is stuck right there. There you go.
All
There you
right,
moving
cool.
now.
All right, cool. My fault. Yeah, I just don't. Can he stay healthy and be that 10-year offensive lineman that we always talk about?
I mean, I had him as that in the draft.
Yeah.
It was only three guys ahead of him, right? Campbell, Mimbu,
I thought
and
he
one other
was.
guy.
I thought he was the third.
He might have been
I thought he was the
Campbell,
third one.
Mimbu.
And him, I think it was him.
What was the Texas kid's name?
Texas. What's his name? Where did he go? Where did Texas dude go? Texas went to
He was
he went to somewhere
he
in the
was
AFC.
third or fourth. Let me see. Hold on.
Did he not go somewhere in the East? I could have sworn he was mentioned in our first episode.
Let me see. I
Uh,
had him at. He was very high.
because I know he wasn't before
So Banks.
Kelvin.
Banks.
Kelvin.
Yeah.
Where Kelvin go? Where did he
And
go?
then Josh, to me, was the ranking.
Ooh.
Banks, New Orleans.
Banks went to New Orleans. Oh,
He was
the
a Saint.
other lineman from the
And then
Jets. Okay.
before Simmons, though, Washington took Josh
Josh.
Connerly before Josh Simmons. So
From
maybe
Oregon.
they were worried about the injury you talking about.
Yeah. And then
But
the lineman from the
at
Jets
any
too.
rate, let's go back to KC.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, like I said before, I'm only impressed with the two picks here. Like I said, Josh Simmons, I'm just a little concerned about. The Jalen Royals, who I've scouted, I like that pick. You know, another little target for Mahomes. Other than that, we all know Mahomes don't really need a receiver for him to be Mahomes. Noel Williams from California could be a good slot cornerback. Like I said, I'm not really too impressed with a
I didn't
well-coached,
have him.
yeah, a well-coached, organized team like the
I
Chiefs.
didn't have him in the top 100 though.
I didn't expect him to be in the top 100 either. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just figured like he was one of my gems that, hey, you could steal him. If you steal him, you steal him. Like I said, I did not, like you said, for him to even be 85, like, wow. Hey.
The guy from Louisville, um, he seems like a Spagnolo pick. Like I need this guy as a piece in my defense type of pick.
Yeah.
He's got like that tweener body. He's big enough to play inside, but athletic enough to go outside and rush the passer. So, and even the Omar Norman Lott guy,
Another
which
one.
is a sneaky
Another
pick.
one.
And like your guy Jalen Royals, they gave him an A for that too. But my thing is the last one at 228. This dude was like, I think the fastest running back in the draft.
And they always seem to be stealing
But
these running backs that's fast. It's something about KC that be
yeah,
stealing
man.
these guys that's like super fast. Look at Isaiah and Pacheco, uh, Carlos, like Clyde Ward. And but here's the thing: once they get injured, it's like you put them away. And I feel like that's probably why they get a running back each year. Each year seems like they get a running back.
He will play,
Oh,
and the Josh is gonna start as well.
Johnson. I just hope it's not an injury problem. When he could be a good tackle. He is a good tackle when he's healthy. Not gonna lie to you.
It's almost like Andy went in there like, okay, just give me the lineman and the receiver and that running back and Spag.
And
Go
everybody
ahead.
else was just like, all right, y'all pick it. I got the three people I wanted.
Yeah, like Spags, you go ahead and get you some guys, man. I'm going home. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I was like, I got who I needed to really pick, man. But like I said, I'm not gonna spend too much time on these guys because, like I said, with Mahomes and Andy Reid, I feel like they're gonna be all right. But here's the moment of truth right here. I'm gonna speak, and then I'm gonna let you take the show, brother, because this is your home base for you. So I'm gonna just get right to it, man. You have two good playmakers that I absolutely love. Genty and Jack. Jack was on my radar for a top receiver, and y'all got him in the second round from TCU. I love it. I love the Darian Porter pickup. Once again, these Iowa State players, they ready to play.
Ready.
I watched the Caleb Rogers guy. I ain't gonna lie, he's a hell of a tackle. I couldn't find no film on Charles Grant, though. And another receiver that y'all stole, who I wanted, Dante Thornton from Tennessee. And my man JJ, once again, shout out to that Ole Miss. Shout out to the Ole Miss. And then
To the Ole Miss program again, right?
Ole Miss program. Once again, I don't know why it seems like the Raiders is always stealing players from me, and y'all stole two of them from me this time. I was really scouting Cody from Minnesota. He was just one of them guys who I felt like could fit the Steelers program. And, he's a good covering linebacker. Tackle, boom. I think y'all got another one. Y'all stole one. And you want to know who I think him? That is a PD pick right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Number 7. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. Ain't nobody gonna take him. I got him. So the Tommy dude, he got an arm.
His nickname is Touchdown Tommy, by the way.
He got an arm on him. God dang. Could these be your future right here, Ragu? These two? Cam?
No doubt these 3-4 of these guys are going to be the core of this football team in years to
Man.
come.
Man.
Genty, Bash. We're gonna look back on the 25 draft as like a cornerstone type draft, man, with Genty and Bash, Darian Porter, Caleb Rogers. All
Ooh.
these dudes, I feel like, will get the next contract after their rookie deal with the Raiders.
Let's just
Right?
honestly
So that
say
means
this too. Let's just
so that
honestly
means at least
say
seven years or so
7.
with the Raiders, is what I'm saying, right?
I'm gonna
Then
say this
Charles
too.
Grant
I'm gonna say this one more time before I let you go.
was a pick, right? That
Mhm.
he was on the radar of a lot of other NFL clubs
Right.
to the point of we didn't really know how high to pick him. But Spytech, our GM, had a history with small school offensive linemen. So
Really
his scouts, that's one of the things they do. They go try to identify them small school OLs that they can get in later rounds and end up being
nice.
cornerstones. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Caleb was more obvious, and I love the back-to-back O tackles in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yes.
showing that you're serious about building a football team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go back-to-back O tackle. Then, like you said, your boy Dante Thornton,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I see him as for us, we had speed guy, Trey Tucker.
Yeah.
But Trey Tucker is 5'9". Now we got a 6'5" speed guy.
Crazy.
You feel me?
Crazy.
Chunk that thing down the field.
Yes.
Then, very interesting pick, man. Tonka Hemingway, right?
Man.
We had problems in a specific area last year. And Raider fans, you know. First of all, 2021, Coop, this is the first time I said this. I said I'm going to say this on my own podcast, but I'm going to steal this anyway and put it on here.
Appreciate it.
When we went to the playoffs in 2021, man, Mayock and Gruden and what ended up being Rich Bisaccia, if you go back, bro, during that year and leading up to that year, it was like they was obsessed with defensive linemen.
Right.
That's all they was getting. We had Solomon Thomas. We had cats that I don't even know where they are now. So it was one guy that San Diego or the LA had released, and we picked him up during the year. I can't even call his name now. But bro, we had about 8 D linemen that year, right?
Right.
This year, I see, they came back with Max. They re-signed Kuntz. Wilkins is going to be back. They re-signed Adam Butler. They already had Noah Laulu. They brought in the guy Leaky Fotu. They got the guy from the international program from the rugby team in Australia, the big 6'3", 348-pound dude.
Yeah.
Then they drafted Tonka and JJ Pegues.
Wow.
So, man, a lot of D linemen. The last time we went to the playoffs, this is what they were doing.
This is what they do.
As a fan, I remember. Now, moving on to JJ, another Ole Miss guy. Shout out to Lane Kiffin.
Oh yeah, Lane Kiffin. Yep.
We had a problem in a specific area, Coop. Scoring when we get down inside the 5.
Oh.
Right? It was a combination of guard or interior O-line play, maybe suspect play calling, but really just overall to get in there. You look at JJ Pegues' resume, bro, he has 7 touchdowns. Fullback / whatever you want to call him. They put this guy in Ole Miss on offense to carry the football. So I suspect the Raiders will be doing that as well when you get down there, or at least having him lead block. No. So look for that. A lot of whatever number JJ is, I got to look it up. But if you listen to the game, number such and such is reported eligible. You're going to hear that.
You're going to hear that a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, as I keep going through it, touchdown Tommy is going to play wide receiver for us.
Really?
They saying his comp is Julian Edelman, but I'm looking at him 6 feet, 208. He ran a 4.39. This guy, he came to Montana State as a athlete, was playing special teams and receiver, and end up taking the quarterback position at the end of the year, and then either winning the championship. Oh, yeah, that's right. Barely lost in the championship game as the quarterback, as a freshman, after coming there as just an athlete. So this guy is like a weapon. Tommy Mellott is a weapon. We using him in the slot, gadget plays, that type of stuff, bro.
Right.
And he's fast. Julian Edelman is the comp. And then Cam Miller, from what I understand, is going to push Aiden O'Connell for QB2.
And the reason why I know Cam is because who's we doing film on?
Gray's able.
So can we possibly say that what you just said about Hemingway, could it really be possible that we could see him on both ways too? Pause.
Perhaps.
Because what do y'all do? 4-3 over there, right?
Yeah.
I see him and JJ right there. Them two. Right there. And then like you said, goal line, hand it off to the big fella.
Get in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, listen. And
we need all hands on deck on that goal line, man.
Almost definitely. And then I could see Jack and Thornton being receivers in y'all starting lineup too. See, this is why PD don't miss, man. PD
Jack
don't
is going to be another asset down there, close, because he won a lot of contested catches. I saw that when I was scouting. He's a big contested catch guy. He's a bigger receiver.
He is.
Bro, in my opinion, they nailed all the picks.
I agree with you.
Lie. I didn't walk away saying, "Oh man, I wish you would have got this guy or this guy." The only, when they got Cody, and I understand they needed to bring a linebacker in.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of hoping that was Brashard Smith. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, oh, he's still there. Let's just grab him. Because, Mostert, this is what I'm thinking. Mostert is cool, but he's older.
Yeah.
And he got hurt last year. And, I mean, let's be honest, but with Zamir White, I just don't know what we got there. I don't know.
And I tried to give Zamir a chance, man, because, he was a solid running back at Georgia. But it's just the fact that when he had the opportunity, and I know last year was kind of like his first year was supposed to be starting with y'all, but it's like, you making me look bad, bro. And I kind of praise you. But now it's like, y'all had to get Ashton. You had to get
we had to get Ashton. But even enough, we need more firepower in that room, bro. We gotta have, so when Ashton goes out, we gotta have a guy in there that they still are worried about and not thinking, okay, they passing now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see Ashton going out. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That kid is a healthy.
He got to go out sometime, Coop. He got to go out sometime.
A healthy beast mode 2.0. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I look at Ashton right there. He takes good care of himself. I'm not saying that he can't go out like you just said, but as far as like, if they bring another running back in there, they ain't running that bitch. I'm telling you that right now.
You said it ain't gonna be too much of that.
It ain't gonna be too much of that going on. If they do bring another running back in there, they're not gonna run the ball. I guarantee you that. It's like you said before, and you even had to like talk me to it. This kid is something special, man. What you say, 2K?
Yeah, almost Barry Sanders.
Yeah,
2,600 yards.
So you don't think that Marshawn, and I know he's been at y'all practices these past couple weeks, and you don't think he in there telling PD, hey man, you got another me on your hands.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be that 4-for-1 passing again. I guarantee you this time. PD ain't passing that ball on the 5 this time, boy. He know what he got now. So
he better not.
This is why
Raider fans will storm the field on PD.
I think PD know what he got now, man. No, you're right. I think PD know what he got though, for real, because he realized what kind of organization this is. He wants to really like make this count for real. This is like the second coming of, of PD, man. Pete Carroll is not going to disappoint. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. So I'm gonna say this hot take, right, bro. I can honestly see everybody in the West from the NFC and AFC competing this year. The South is weak. The North do what they do. The East do what they do. But you got, like I said, let's go back to the NFC real quick. You have the Cardinals, who I feel can compete. They could be a good 9-win team. Rams is going to win the division, like we just said. 49ers is going to be the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan is going to do what he do. They can compete for a playoff spot. Seahawks, I feel, going to be compete for the playoff spot because of the talent of the rookies that they have. They brought a top 5 QB in. And let's just, like we just said, they hit on all drafts. Now let's go back to the West on your side. Chiefs is the Chiefs. I don't take nothing from them. The hardball effect is in full effect, y'all. They can compete as well. Broncos is going to compete as well. As much as I dislike Sean Payton, he is developing Bo Nix, man. Let's just keep it 1,000 out. And
And that's a draft too.
and let's go back to y'all. Can we not say this is not a 10-win team? Pete is in the building, y'all. This is what he said he was going to do. I'm telling you right now, Pete going to be one of these coaches. He ain't going to be talking in these press conferences. He's like, see me on Sunday. Pete going to keep it gangster like that. So, like I said before, this may be a hot take. Everybody in the West from the NFC, AFC is going to compete this year and be truthfully competitive. It ain't going to be no one-sided games with y'all. I'm telling y'all that right now.
7 wins for all 8 teams.
7+ wins?
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm asking. Is that?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like I said, yes, I see 7+ wins on everybody.
With competitive games too,
With competitive games.
Yeah.
With competitive games, and even like the Giants. I mean, I like the Giants front 7. Look for them to compete on defense in some of their games too. But like I said, this is like the first time in a long time to where I could say this about each and every team on the West side, from the AFC to the NFC, that these 8 teams is going to compete and not be blown out like people say they are. Look at y'all. Y'all competed with the Super Bowl champs twice and only lost by field goals. And you mean to tell me with Pete as the head coach, his mentality, and possibly a good offense behind him, you mean to tell me you can't sneak one against the Chiefs? You can't sneak one against the Raiders? I mean, the Chargers, which they probably do all the time. Broncos and them. And I understand you worried about the passing game. Still got to worry about Genty, man. You better have a good game plan for this kid. Rams, NFC side, it's going to be competitive. I'm just trying to tell everybody that right now. I really see the AFC and NFC West competing. All 8 teams going to be competing with y'all this year. I'm trying to tell you.
Let me break it down like this, because I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that I think everybody should win 7, unless you have some injuries at the quarterback position. Then all bets are off. And it's the National Football League. If you Q get hurt, it's not usually not good. But let's just go team for team. Second year for Marvin and Kyler together, right? They said we are about to stop people. They used 6 draft picks on defense. They got edge rushers, they got corner safeties, linebacker. You right? They got a little some of everything. And then in addition to that, bro, it's put up or shut up for Kyler, wouldn't you say?
I agree with you.
I'm talking about like, man, Pro Bowl type shit, bro, or your little ass might be out the league in a minute. Because I don't see him as the QB2 type.
Yeah, you're right.
Like going somewhere else. Like say Arizona, says we're done with you, and they go franchise Q next year. Say they try to get shit don't go right. They try to get Manning.
Yeah.
So put up or shut up for Kyler.
Definitely.
Another year with him and Marvin. And Connor has quietly been one of the best running backs in the league for the last couple of years.
I agree.
So it's put up or shut up, period, basically for Cardinals.
Yes.
So we'll see. Seahawks are extremely interesting to me. You know, they got rid of Pete before last year, had Geno, went to the offs. But, Marv, I was watching Geno right now to do a video, right?
Yeah.
And when they had
DK.
what's the running back name? Number 9? His name
Walker.
was
Kenneth
scheduled.
Walker. Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, so Kenneth Walker, Smith and Jigba, Lockett, and Metcalf with Noah Fant. So, you know, you take away Smith, Lockett, and Metcalf. I don't know offensively, bro. I don't know if they got enough. I just don't. They, you know, that's why we were saying I think they should bring in a veteran, right? Cooper, we know, has not played a full season. You can't expect him to. Now you got Njigba, number 1 guy, but he's a smaller body type. That's not Metcalf.
That's true.
So that's what worries me about them. They could be, unless they do something at the receiver position between here and the start of the season, I'm thinking that they don't have enough firepower on offense.
I honestly
for this division.
Agree with you, but here's what worries me with that. The Seahawks does have a good defense, in my opinion. If they go things according to plan, and I think they have one of the toughest schedules, if I'm not mistaken. But here's one: they can hit a few of these top teams in the mouth. They have, like I said, what it takes. I mean, like I said, we know JSN is not enough, like we just said. But if you bring this tight end here, who's a good playmaker, like we said, he could be decent. Noah Fant is still there. Cooper Kupp and what's that other receiver that they got? The one who won 2. Valden Scantling he's not enough either, and I get it. But I love the secondary. I love the secondary on
I do too.
I love the secondary.
Tall,
strong,
athletic,
and they can shut people down. I think that
love
Dak can
love Spoon.
Yeah, Wolin.
Spoon and Wolin, both excellent.
Yes, I agree with you. I feel like the defense can hold some things together. Maybe 7, like I said, 7, 8. Depends on what Darnold can do. But I'm not saying they're going to be playoff materials. No. Like I said, they could compete. I feel like they're going to compete.
They should. They should. Don't get me wrong. And then we got the Darnold. We got the Darnold question, too. All right, but moving on.
Yes.
The Niners. I really already said what I had to say about y'all, bro. This is really, truly it, I think, bro. This is it. The cat has to be healthy. Purdy just got the bread. We know Pearsall was coming on strong. You still got Brandon there. You know, you got your core there. You paid Fred.
Yep.
Bosa is still there. So Lynch, Shanny, Robert Sala's back in his fold. Cool. I feel like this is
do or die time.
Yeah.
Do or die time.
Like my boy Bubba Duck. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you put out some contracts this year now. So right? What y'all gonna do?
Stuff is on hold, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
30 now, you put out money for Fred. McCaffrey is not sure away. You don't know what you're going to be doing with him.
Exactly, yes. So, Fang, what y'all going to do? Yeah, Fang, what's up? What y'all going to do?
I feel like this is it.
This is it for him. Because that window is not closed yet. It's a crack in there. Let's just say it's a crack in there right now.
It's letting a little bit of air, a little breeze in right now. And shout out to my guy, Coach Fame.
Shout out to Fame.
I wish we had him on here.
I do too, man. Damn, I wish we had him on here. So, okay.
Now, that leads me to
the AFC West.
The Rams. And by no means am I a Ram fan, if you know me. and besides JC, who became an LA Ram fan when they just came back here just now in
And
2018, whatever that was.
the man, Mr. Monster.
Yeah, my guy Monster.
Mr. Monster, man.
Shout out to my guy, man. I know he's looking down on me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Was a legitimate fan. Really, the only other one besides the homie in the hood too.
Yeah.
My homie uncle, forget his name right now. But I'm a professional content creator, bro.
Yes, sir.
And we gonna keep it 1,000 while we ain't just gonna diss teams because we are not fans of them. And
Facts.
this, to me, this group, and I don't want to put too much on it and make it seem like I'm on some type of bandwagon or something, but I think the Rams are built to maybe make a run this year, man.
Oh, most definitely.
A real solid run at the Super Bowl.
I agree.
So they gonna win the West, I think, for everything. If they can keep Stafford upright. Remember how they did with Stafford? They was like, "Oh yeah, go see if somebody will give you some money." And then he like, "Yeah, Raiders gonna give me this." They like, "All right, we got that."
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? So
Testing the water.
They know, bro, that they need him.
Yes.
Then they went and got Tay. So that's what I think. This could be the NFC champion, let alone the NFC West champion. This could be the NFC champion.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you.
All right, so AFC.
Man, listen. Let's
start.
Oh, you go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna start at the top. What has been the top?
Mm-hmm.
So they went 15-1 last year. The Kansas City Chiefs did, and then they lost in the Super Bowl. They got exposed a little bit for not being there.
Hold on, y'all. You lost right here. Hold up. Hold up. Hold on, y'all. We'll be right back. Hold on, minutes. I'm trying to call you.
There we go.
All righty. Yes, sir.
Um, I was talking about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Um, so they got a lineman.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of, getting beat off the edge. And then they got faster again, bro. They just got faster again with
Yeah,
the
they did.
Star Smith pick. I can see Andy incorporating him into the offense. And then they got some toys for Spags, who, they
That's proven to
kind
be.
of been the glue of the team for the last couple seasons anyway.
Yeah.
Spagnolo's unit. So they're gonna be there, bro. They're not going anywhere. They still got Mahomes, right? Kelsey's back.
Yep.
Xavier Worthy. Did they re-sign Hopkins?
No, Hopkins went to the Ravens.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Hopkins went to the Ravens.
So
Like
they
that. Like that really
they're not
matters.
gonna go 15-1 though. They're not gonna
Oh,
go 15-1 though. All right. So next for me, I'm gonna say the Broncos, bro. I hate to. This is me being a professional. I'm telling you.
yeah. This is sickening for us to say this, Joe. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This is diabolical. All right, but all they did was went to the playoffs,
Yeah.
right? And then had the defensive player of the year at the left corner,
Mm-hmm.
and then went drafted probably the best DB in the draft this season to play right corner.
Yep.
Thirsty pass rush with Bonito and them. And then they got the big running back, bro. They got them tall ass receivers over there. Everybody's like 6'4".
Right.
Bo Nix himself will pull the ball down and run. They're gonna be a tough out, Coop.
They is.
The coach he's determined. He's determined to win another one to solidify him as one of them guys.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right now he's right under his mentor in them, Parcells and them. And that's the only thing that I like about him is he's the last of the Parcell guys in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With Belichick not being in the league no more. So he's determined. I know the personality. He's determined for these guys to be back in the mix.
Yes,
and they went
sir.
to the playoffs already, and they just got better.
They did.
So
they did.
AFC West is freaking loaded.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
I don't, yeah. They went to the playoffs already, and so did the Chiefs. So, who they should go back, bro? I'm just keeping it 1,000. Well, I hate to say it.
I agree.
I'm running out of spaces for my Raiders to get into the offs. But this is the reality. We have a new program. This is going to be the third year of their program. You feel me? So they got their thing going. We're just restarting again. Although we're talented as hell, don't get me wrong, but we're still restarting. So I can't do too much more on them. Let's go with the show us your lightning bolts. I think we have the second best QB in the division now. But there's an argument that this guy in LA is better. Matter of fact, that's a Raider fans, I got you. That's a video.
That's another show right there.
Yep, that's a show.
That's another show.
So I'm going with my guy, Geno is better. But arguably second best QB in the division with this guy. Just got him the new toys and Omarion and Trey Harris and that dude Oronde Gadsden. Already drafted the big tackle last year, the best tackle in the draft.
Sure did, Mr.
Protect him.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty soon this guy's gonna have zero excuse, Coop. I mean, already, right? When you say
I will
this is
say that,
it,
yes.
Herbert.
That's it for him
What
too.
else you what now? What else you need, Herbert?
Mm-hmm.
We went and got McConkey, got you the nice slot guy, route runner.
We got
We
you a
got the
coach.
tackle to protect you.
Got
We
you
improved the run game last year. Now we even super hypered up the run game for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got you a big receiver, maybe the best pass catching tight end in the draft, low key.
Yeah. No excuses this time. No excuses this time. But I have a
Cardinals
hot take.
played decent defense last year. They got better too, and they went to the playoffs.
Yes, they did. I agree with you.
So I'm not predicting no wins or nothing, but this is where you at, Herbert, and with Harbaugh. Pretty soon it's gonna be some shit to get off the pot for you too.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
This brings me to the Raiders. With everybody that I just spoke on improved, the Raiders improved more than them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they had more to improve. I'll give you that. But cool. Going over this offseason, bro, watching games on NFL Plus, whole games, replaying them. Yeah, it seemed like we was getting blew out and we was getting a lot of points put on us.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, bro, that was in the fourth quarter. That was like,
yeah, that was that.
I'll tell you how it happened a lot. We did trail a lot in the games, but only by one score. And then in the crucial time of the game, bro, we would not be able to get it done. And the other team either gets to turnover and scores off of it, or we punt it back to them and they go on a drive and score. And then maybe they get the ball back and score kind of like a garbage touchdown. Now it looks like we got beat 35 to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of these games, bro, were good for 50 to 55 minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that to say it. Antonio and his staff and how they sabotaged my guy, he still had these dudes playing, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did.
And although some of them dudes are gone, a lot of them are still here. Plus the dudes that's new.
Mm-hmm.
One of the new guys is Geno Smith. Way better than fucking Gardner Minshew and them.
Yes.
This is the Rich Gannon renaissance that I was talking about. Right? Last year when I was thinking Minshew could do it, Geno is already on his way to being talked about as like one of them guys, right?
Pretty much, yes.
4,000 yards. PFF just rated him as top 10. All right. This is way better than O'Connell / Minshew / Jimmy G / Desmond Ritter, bro. I mean, not Desmond Ritter, but what's the dude name we got? Ritter. Wasn't that his name? The dude
Ritter's on there. Ritter's on there. Yeah.
So this is when you improve at the QB in the league, that's almost like improving two spots at once. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, yes.
So, and then they got a tall corner to go along with the other tall corner that we had. So both our corners, we got two corners that's 6'2", 6'3", and Ja'Cory and Bennett. So I kind of like our corners right now. If this kid can develop, Darian Porter, Caleb Rogers and Charles Grant, I like them as depth right now, and then cornerstones later. Colton Miller might not even get signed because of Caleb Rogers, man. Caleb Rogers might take that position next year because they haven't paid Colton Miller. And if I was them, I wouldn't pay him till at least a couple of weeks into training camp because last year I feel like he kind of milked the shoulder injury and wasn't ready until like week 5. He started the season, but didn't really start blocking until about week 6. And
what happens is John Spytek is a big character guy. So he probably tripping off of that. Like, why this dude didn't rehab that shoulder sooner or whatever. Like, now he's looking to get paid, and they ain't paying him. You know what I'm saying? He's at practice, but he's got one more year on his contract, but it's not guaranteed, and they ain't re-signed him yet. So Caleb might be taking that spot. The other position that they haven't re-signed is Jacoby Myers. I feel like he should be getting signed any day now. 3 years, 50 million or so, 45 million or so, in my opinion, somewhere between 45 and 50 million. Anyway, then Dante Thornton is
good pick.
The speed, a slot guy now that we got kind of a smaller guy, Trey Tucker right now. So all of that's improved, and the Raiders ain't just going to be. And we got some players on defense through free agency. The Raiders ain't just going to be no show up and you can beat the Raiders team type of team this year. So even we ain't going to go undefeated. I ain't saying we're going to Super Bowl, none of that. But this is the year that the Raiders return to being the Raiders, man. That's what I say. The Raiders that some of you young guys ain't never even seen.
Mm-hmm.
This is the year, bro. Everybody is big for their position.
And everybody's
on our team now. We don't
Everybody's
have
ready.
really any small guys anymore. The only draft pick out of 11 guys that was under 6'2" is Ashton Genty.
Which in that case, who cares? Because he's still the best in the business. So
Yeah, we know what he is. Yeah,
I don't need to break down the NFC. I'm gonna just keep it straight business here. Let's go to where it really matters, the AFC. Chiefs will be Chiefs, like you said, but won't win 10 games or won't win 12 games. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see them winning 11 games. Maybe still fighting for the top. That's a hot take. They will fight for the top. Because you know why? I trust the Broncos, but what scares me about Bo, sophomore jinx. You got the defense, but I feel like he can be one of these guys. Okay. He still ain't got enough weapons on that offense just yet. Which he did good last year. You can't run every play. So I see the Broncos and the Chiefs fighting for a number one spot. Chargers. Okay, this is where I'm going to get unprofessional. There was an episode on All Ground last week where this loser was talking about the Steelers, and he's a Chargers fan. Y'all can't charge a damn phone, so be quiet. Get some jewelry first before you talk about me. And like I tell these people before, get your football up before you talk about my squad. Any of these squads who have jewelry on. Now back to professionalism. Justin Herbert, I'm a fan of you, but at the same time, there's still some button heads with you and Harbaugh. We know Harbaugh's a running guy, right? It's going to be some point in the season where there's going to be like, hey, man, why you ain't letting me do what I'm doing? They paid me this. I understand they paid you, but I'm the coach now. We're going to do this my way. So I see some clashing there like it kind of was mid-season last year. Injury prone is going to catch up to the defense. Chargers could possibly win 8-9 games. I'm going to keep it at that. Let's go to you guys. I gave you guys praises. I've said this and I said this. And I'm going to keep saying it each year. The Raiders now have something special. I wanted to give Pierce that chance last year because he's a strong dude and they loved him there. But right now, this is Pete Carroll we're talking about here. The same Pete Carroll who took the dog shit Seattle first year, even though they were 7-9, they improved from a 4-12 season, took them to the playoffs and beat the Saints in 2010, people. And this remind you, who won the Super Bowl the year before? The Saints. And you took them out in the playoffs in 2011. Each position on offense have improved from Gino, Ashton. You got these good young receivers there that he can throw to now. Should we not speak on Brock Bowers, the rookie?
I didn't even say nothing about Brock.
That's what I'm saying. What is there to say about Brock? If you was that good with dog shit quarterbacks, imagine what you could do with a Pro Bowl like Gino. I love what you guys did.
Jacoby Myers caught 1,000 yards in receiving yards and with those quarterbacks.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. From each position on offense, you guys have upgraded. And need I say about the defense? I don't need to speak on y'all defense. Crosby. But here's the thing. You won't be just mentioning Crosby on this defense. I'm going to speak on this right now. Because Pete Carroll, as we know, is a what, people? A defensive coach. Need I say more? So I will say, I was going to say this for the prediction episode. You guys are going to be a 10-win season this year. Not going to lie to you. You will be third. And if, like you said, God forbid, somebody get hurt, y'all could be higher. I'm just being honest with you, though. But, yeah, like I said, I had to go unprofessional with that Chargers because, yeah, there's still a stain on that all grind show I saw last week. So,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I feel like
I said 10 wins too, Coop, but I don't, I'm ready to go. I don't want people to be like, oh, you extra out, nigga, you drinking the Kool-Aid again. And I said 11 if the Chiefs game at the end don't mean nothing to them. Right? Maybe they trying to get they trying to hate on a certain quarterback in Cincinnati again. And don't, you know what I mean? So it depends on how it shake out. I did have 10 wins too, and we're gonna need a little luck. We're gonna have to beat a team or two that people don't think we can. But I feel the same way, man. I saw 10.
I see 10.
I don't want to sound extra out, but
it's just Pete Carroll. It's just the fact that Pete is gonna really be there. Pete is here, y'all. I'm just telling y'all. And this is the same people, and you know me, I'm a USC dude, who said that he wasn't going to do shit in Seattle.
Yeah.
Like I said before, the year before, that Seattle team won 3 games. And then you messed around, gave them 7. I know that's a losing record, but you still won in the playoffs, made the playoffs, beat the Super Bowl champs, and then you got better each year after each year. And one Super Bowl.
And speaking on the Raiders, bro, like recently, when the last couple days, like before me and you was coming up to do this show, I've been watching games, and I was like, damn, bro, we wasn't getting destroyed like how it seems.
And that's what I'm gonna take it there.
Dog shit run and subpar play at the QB.
Exactly.
So just them 2 things alone, man. The better running game and the better quarterback this year, bro. That's
what I'm saying.
We would have won 3 of those games last year with Gino and Ashton.
Can you honestly say more? Let's be honest, Ragu. How many games did y'all really get blown out besides the Steelers?
Man, I just want. We should have beat the Chiefs, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You could have beat the Chiefs twice. How many?
Carlson missed 2 field goals.
2 field goals.
3. No, 3. He missed 3 field goals against the Chiefs.
The Black Friday game. Yeah, he did miss 3 of those.
Yes,
he
man.
did. He did miss 3 of those, dummy. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I was watching. What other game was it? No way we should have lost to Atlanta, bro. Like 15-9. Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all didn't really get blown out like y'all did. That's what I'm saying. And that's why
we would have beat the Rams. We'd have beat the Rams with a decent QB and Ashton Genty.
Yes.
So
Petey is here to fix all that.
What other game? Miami, bro.
Miami.
Miami was a good game, man. They end up being 30. They end up having 30. I think 31-19. But that's because it was 19 to.
What was that score that game?
I think it was 24-19, bro, and we had the ball to try to go, take the lead, and they end up stopping us, or they might even got a pick six or something, man, and put the
I think
game
they
away.
did. I think they did because they was I remember it was I think 27-19. And then they got that pick six, right? So it was like 34-19. It was the final score, something
That,
like
man.
that. So
Something
I'm
like
like,
that.
yeah, I was like, oh shit. Yeah. And that's why I was like, I think PD is here to fix.
So it went like this. We was up 19-17, I think, man.
Mhm.
And they got a penalty. It was second down. The decision was 3rd and 15 or 2nd and 20. They declined it and said 3rd and 15 first. Then, for whatever reason, they went back. It was like, nah, fuck it, we'll take the yard. So it's 2nd and 20. They got 16 yards on second down, and then got the first, right?
Yeah.
And then scored. That was pivotal. I believe Antonio's thinking was, well, they're close enough to where even if they don't get the first right here on this 3rd and 15, they still gonna take the lead 20-19. But if we put them these 5 yards back and happen to stop them twice, then they out of field goal range. That's what he was thinking, I think.
That was correct.
But that backfired, and they end up scoring. So, and this was right in the 4th quarter, bro. So we win in the game, 19-17 in the 4th, on the road in Miami. So, the Raiders wasn't as bad. It was bad. There was some bad games. The Carolina game was as one that I look back on was terrible. The Steelers game, that was pretty bad too. But even the Steelers game,
yeah,
couple calls on that one.
Let's be real. It was a couple calls on that one.
Yep, the roughing the passer, on the interception by Diablo, the holding that they called on the kind of deep pass in the second half to Bowers.
That was
them 2 plays right there alone. Oh, and the ineligible downfield they called on the touchdown. So
yeah, that was.
So all that said, we got PD now and better players. Patrick Graham back on defense, so we got some continuity as far as the coach being there, coaching those same players and listening to the same voice.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then Chip Kelly with a new offensive plan. So yeah, bro. I'm every year this time I feel like I get a little too extra, but I can't help but think 10.
I'm gonna tell you something my daughter just said. It's a good time to be a Raider fan. That's what she just told me.
Yeah. I need them to go on a run. Like, I want my pops to see his guys get back, man, to where, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when he made me a fan of this franchise.
Yeah, they're gonna do it for Pops, man. Everybody is
And I must say this, Coach, Jeremy Chin is known for hitting hard.
man.
Roberts is known for hitting hard. Max is Max. And then everybody at every position is at least 6 feet on defense. So we are truly, in Pete's mind, bro, he's bringing the Raiders back to win because he's an older guy. He knows that the Raiders are how they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think he sees in his mind what the Raiders were to him growing up. Mm-hmm. And he's bringing the team back. And, he likes the bigger DBs and all that, but he's also has in mind, nah, man, we finna make this Raider team the big bully Raiders that they always were.
I'm gonna just say this. Petey had a plan before he even got to y'all. He had this planned out. This is what he do, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. PD is him. And I've
You're
been
so
trying to
right,
tell
bro.
people,
Just
PD is
like he
him.
had a plan already before he got the job at USC. He already knew
Yes.
what he was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
When he left USC, he knew what he was about to go do in
Yeah,
Seattle.
exactly. I'm trying to tell him.
You right about this, bro. And then whatever happened, okay, they let him go in Seattle, but that gave him another chance again to figure out what he wanted to do. So each time, bro, he got let go with the Jets, right? Before
Yes.
he was the USC coach. In that time that he wasn't coaching, figured out, okay, this is what I was doing wrong. When I get it again, this is what I'm gonna do. Went to USC, won championships.
Got it
Was
right.
like, okay, let me go back to the league. I figured out from that first time and my time at USC what I was doing wrong in the league. Went to there, and let's face it, should have won 2 championships.
Mm-hmm.
Went sour after a few years, several years in the league.
Yeah.
Got let go or whatever. One more year to think about what he want to do and come back. And each time, right, he got better, bro.
He did.
And he won championships.
He did.
Right?
I
Each
agree.
time. From that first time in Jets, went to USC, made USC the powerhouse it used to be. Turned USC into what it used to be. Right?
Exactly.
Made Seattle something that it never was.
Thank you. That's what I said.
Now he's here to turn the Raiders back into what they used to.
And what I respect about y'all is that the OGs is even coming together for y'all season. I spoke to a great Otis Sistrunk 2 weeks ago. Like I
Shout
said,
out to Otis.
that's my like I told y'all, that's my daughter's grandfather.
Yeah. What'd he say?
He said it's time to get back to the Raiders football that used to be what was known.
And I know dudes like him be disgusted at the shit they be saying, bro.
But like you said, now it's y'all time. Like not just the fan base, even like the fan base all over the world is even excited and speaking great on what this team can really do. So yeah, I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid, and if I'm wrong, I'll be happy to admit myself back into the rehab. I don't care. I'm going to speak highly of them as usual because I have a soft spot in my heart for y'all. Yeah. So yeah, I have
All
some
I can
key.
say is stay tuned to the channel all off season. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 wild with myself this season. So it will, some people think 10 wins is drinking the Kool-Aid, but it will not be any Kool-Aid drinking this year. I'm gonna be professional. I'm keeping it 1,000 wild with myself, so I'm keeping it 1,000 wild with all of y'all.
Yes.
So just stay tuned, man. We're gonna talk about the Raiders as it goes along. As it goes along.
The hunt is on. I'm trying to tell y'all. The hunt is on. Like he said, stay tuned. So, hey, I can't wait. 99 more days.
Yeah, I saw that.
99 more days.
Man, when you say it like that, it's nothing. I was just talking to bro-in-law. He wants to go to Philly, bro. I'm not feeling it.
Oh, have fun with that, bro. Man, wait.
I want to go to DC because we play the Commanders on September 21st. He trying to, and it's gonna be cold when we play Philly, but
that's there.
Trying to do a road game this year. We coming your way, man. It's for me. If I get my way, bro, we going. I'm gonna fly into VA where he live, and then we gonna drive to up to DC to the stadium.
Okay.
And tailgate and all that. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I want to do. I'm finna press that. So hopefully that's what we're gonna do. I'm end up going to the Commanders game.
I was gonna try to get some. I want to see y'all too. I ain't gonna lie. And since Homeboy was talking, I'm gonna try to go to Vegas to see the Browns game. The 23rd. 23rd. So maybe that that's Thanksgiving week too. So I'm gonna definitely try to get to that game. It's gonna be incredible. So I would definitely try to get some tickets to that game.
That's funny.
I'm like, yeah, homeboy talking too much, so I can't. I can't wait to.
I'm gonna tell you something interesting. Me and bro was doing math.
Uh-huh.
And I'm finna mess your head up with this one.
Uh-oh.
It's cheaper for me to fly round trip to DC
Really?
and go to that game than it is for me to drive to Las Vegas.
Are you serious,
Go to
bro?
that game. That's how crazy the prices are at Allegiant Stadium, bro. Hey, I never thought I'd see the day when the Raiders. I think our tickets cost the most in the league, bro.
So what does that tell you?
It's that tourism of Vegas, right? That's what it is, man.
Think so? I think they know something. I think they know something we don't.
I'm talking about to go see us play the Steelers last year. We broke ourselves. It's like somebody drew down on us and robbed us. Like, y'all want to go to the game? Break yourself. Hey, look. Me and him was talking, man, the other day. We clowning about the rate prices. Look, we were there 4 days.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All the other time we were there with my wife, he was with his son and my wife is his sister, and the 2 other sisters were there too. So
yeah,
his 3 sisters and his son and his pops. The whole days added up was less than just going to the game that day. So yeah, we like in lightweight trauma. We're in triage over here, bro. We're in shock still from her. Oh my goodness, man. Put it like this. Should have got them season seats back in 20 as an investment.
Yeah.
And just struggled and paid for them, bro, because oh my God, it would have been so worth it. The tickets are worth so much now.
Yes, they are. And whatever games you don't hit.
And the NFL know what's up. They put all the good travel. So the Cowboys are coming this year, Pauls, the Bears, the Browns, all these teams with these, heck of a fan bases because they know what's going to happen.
Exactly. That's what I said. They know something we don't.
So, I'm going to fly all the way to the East Coast to go to the game.
There you go. There you go. That's crazy work, man. I did not know it was that much to be down there. And I was looking at tickets the year before. And that's why I think, he was like, nah, I'll go see Isaiah in Vegas than rather spending all that to go to that. Because we didn't know what they was going to be like. Because at that time, Pickett was our quarterback. I was like, nah, if they trash, I'm going to be mad. If I go there and they trash like that. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I definitely.
And then they got Justin in between that time, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, now last year I regret not going.
But
the year before I'm like,
yeah, you would have liked that.
I would like,
you'd have had fun last year.
But, yeah.
And look, all that money, and we left early.
That's even worse. That's even worse, right? Hey, anything else you want to add before we read about it here?
Nah, man, nothing except man, glad to get back on the wheels of steels, man, with you, bro.
Man, listen.
And
you
got to make sure we keep it going, man. Shit, that's all. Stay tuned, man.
Yes, sir.
This is what we do, y'all.
Oh yeah. And like I said to the mothers, get your football up before you talk to us. Because we ready. We got receipts. So
yeah, man. Thanks for having me. And
no doubt, brother. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you already know. And we'll be back. We'll do some. We'll continue with this. So, what divisions we knocked out?
We knocked out the East, AFC East. We knocked out the West today. We got the North and the South.
And on the NFC side, we did both the East and West too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right.
So
North and South. All right.
North, South. Like I said, we got so much in the chamber. I still got all the show ideas we wrote down. So yeah.
All right. And we got the quarterback one.
We got the NBA
The PFF.
one. Yeah, oh, that quarterback one. I'm definitely we got to get that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We man, you just call me and let me know when you free.
So yeah, we just gotta have the time.
Yeah, and like I said, them days you off. Oh, all right. You like, comment, subscribe, y'all. We up out of here.